Hello everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel. I'm Adam and this is another battle that I found I had against Brandon. I will straight up say I enjoy every battle I have against Brandon really because his team is quite challenging to deal with. So let's get right into this. So with this team, as you can tell, I'm using flying types. I think my mega evolution is Aerodactyl and my Z-move user is Honchkrow. I'm not entirely sure if I even have a Mega on this team, but I think I do. And well, Brandon's Mega is Metagross and Z-move user is still Greninja or Krookodile, not sure which one. Anyway, I'm going to try something a bit different and commentate throughout this, as the last videos I did seemed a bit boring without any commentation, so we'll give it a go for this time, see if this works out. This will count for today over this battle and the others I record, if I record others. So anyway, let's get right into this. So as the battle progresses, Brandon leads off with Krookodile, and I led off with Emolga, because that's why you always lead off with this team. He's going to lower my attack, and realising that's a problem straight away, I go with a move to try and get rid of that lowered attack, but he took away my Sky Plate, which boosts my flying type attacks. U-turn returns my attacks to normal, and I go back and I go into Dragonite, which will be useful because I have a move to counter against Krookodile. A Shadow Claw wouldn't do much, and it was a crit. Aqua Tail, however, would finish off the Krookodile, and it was also a crit. So I don't think the crit really mattered though. Next is Jonathan the Sceptile. I think I have a counter to that as well. Dragon Claw would do quite a bit, but not enough. Dragon Claw? Okay, this isn't the Dragonite I thought it was. Right, okay. The Dragonite I thought it was had Fire Punch, so yeah. So Sceptile is going to finish off Dragonite there, but that's okay though. Just to show that the obvious strongest Pokemon stat total wise won't be the best Pokemon, I guess. Okay, so Sceptile's going to go with Hidden Power. I'm not sure what the type is. It was super effective, so it's probably Rock, Acrobatics, and Jonathan is down. If you're wondering, Acrobatics attack power is boosted without the use of an item. So Crobat doesn't have an item on him. Or her, I'm actually not sure what the gender is. Anyway, Metagross comes out next, and it's obviously going to Mega Evolve. And I use Confuse Ray. Oh, this Crobat. Okay. Okay. I don't normally give Crobat Confuse Ray, but I decided to give this one Confuse Ray for some reason. And it doesn't work. Like, confusion never works for me. Yeah. And there goes the Crobat from a Zen Headbutt. Now most people would have thought, Adam, why didn't you go with Charizard? That's because I wanted to use something to my advantage or try something out. But it didn't work because Zen Headbutt. I was going to try and paralyze it. So that's a bit unfortunate on my end. So I sent out Honchkrow because I have the type advantage and I can't get hit by Zen Headbutt this time. You got to notice how lucky this Metagross is getting with its attacks, like being able to attack. I use Foul Play because it higher the power, the higher the attack is on your opponent, so quite a bit. Please hit himself. No. Okay, of course. Right, and there we go. Honchkrow is down as well. So if you're keeping track right, I believe I have 2 Pokemon left, whereas, yeah, Brandon has 4. I go with Earthquake to finish off the Metagross finally. And, oh, this team doesn't have a Mega. Okay. I know the Charizard isn't a Mega, and if this one isn't, then I don't have a Mega on this team. So Ice Beam comes straight out. And it nearly takes down Aerodactyl, but because I was predicting the Ice Beam, I went for Rock Slide, finishing off the Greninja. Next is the Delphox. Fun facts about this Delphox, I actually given him that Delphox. I missed my Rock Slide, of course. And there goes my Aerodactyl, going down like that. Next is Charizard, my final Pokemon. Battle of the Fire-type starters. Air Slash would do quite a bit of damage, a fair amount, and it flinch. This is where the luck turns on my end. Another Air Slash. Didn't flinch, however, but I don't think you can flinch when a Z-move is being used. But luckily it was a Fire-type Z-move, so it shouldn't do so much damage. And that just confirmed which Pokemon's a Z-move user. So it did a fair amount of damage, but not enough. So now, of course, Brandon's stalling my Pokemon out, just like he always does. All of his Pokemon have Protects unless it's Metagross. And Air Slash finishes it off. Now it's down to Charizard versus Sylveon. I lead off with Flamethrower. And Sylveon does Shadow Ball, which does a fair amount of damage. Gets me down to 23 HP. I use Air Slash, hoping for the flinch, and it worked. I then go for All for Broke and go with my strongest move being Flamethrower. And to my delight, it took it down. And now is the end of this battle. When the Metagross came out, before the Aerodactyl came out as well, it looks like that it was going to be a rather one-sided battle. But due to the combined effort of Charizard and Aerodactyl, it made what seemed like a losing battle into a winning battle for me. One thing I should note here, on my side especially, I think I do need to get a Mega on this team. That would be nice. Most likely it'll be Aerodactyl. On Brandon's team, well, like I said in the last video, I don't really see anywhere he can improve. I think he just got a bit unlucky with the flinches and all that, but I think I deserve to get some luck at least, because he managed to get through 4 rounds of not confusing. So yeah, I think that is everything for this battle. In my opinion, not as good as the Prepare for the Infestation battle, but it's a rather good battle, one of few I have a Brandon. And that is all for this time. If you like what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, press that notification bell down in the corner below, and I'll see you next time.